as we're heading out, hear the battle drums. Carrier drops in these war-torn grounds. The sky is filled with a deafening sound. Loadouts checked, our nerves are tight. It's chaos out there, but we're ready to fight. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? In the fray, canopy's gone as the swarm comes to play. Heal the world, systems start to fail. They're closing in fast, their strength prevails. Too many to count and far too strong. This might be the end, we may not have long. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? With a fire, a light breaks through. We look to each other, we know what to do. Training kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
And we are live. Hello commanders, welcome to this chill stream where we're gonna be doing some combat presumably and chatting and chilling really. So let's fix our webcam, which is pointing a little bit too high among the many things that kind of need to be fixed. There we go, much better. All right, let's see if we have power combat zones over here. I don't know that we do right now. What happens on the 18th of January? Is that when Distant Worlds gets underway? That certainly will be a busy day, if that's the day. Doesn't look like there are combat zones here in the system presently. Negative. Power wreckage signatures and stuff. I don't even know what power wreckage signatures do. Like, I don't think I've ever been at one of those. So it looks like there isn't really much combat-wise here. So let's go fight somewhere else. Like targeted systems. Now the problem with going and fighting somewhere else is that the merits we gain are severely crippled based on not having a fort, and also based on the fact that the system we should be targeting, which is Denton Petraeus' system, is actually not one that has been in focus apparently. So it looks like the targeted systems are like the strongholds, which honestly I personally think we care about, or at least not care about that much. Look at these two guys competing. Like I'm telling you, like the two Imperial ladies are starting to go at each other in a pretty big, meaningful way. So let's go and do what we said we should do this week, which is we should go and hit Denton Petraeus. Hopefully there's combat zones there. So let's bounce over there. Our wreckage has debris and wanters to contend with while you're trying to collect. Well, that's good. I have no cargo whatsoever on the ship, so we're not going to be collecting anything here, but good to know. Things I learn in Elite every week. You guys teach me, actually, in many cases, like every day, or every week. $4,400 commanders signed up for Distant Worlds. That's nice. That's a lot of people. Hopefully they are all Imperial pledges that get taken out of a war. One-ton trading has been nerfed, yes. Or that exploit has been fixed, to use Efta's words. I find that they are somewhat selective in their articulation of what is an exploit versus not. I think if they somehow decide they're going to fix something, they declare it an exploit. If they somehow decide that they don't have time to fix something, then they don't. We should be arriving in Imperial space. Let's see what we got around here. So here we have power combat zones, so that's good. Somehow when you initially arrive, it doesn't tell you who's the combat zone for. So let's drop into normal space and go back to Super Cruise, and that should resolve that bug. There is not a CG. Hey Alex, it's been a while, how are you? There is not a CG that I know of active about the war, that is. I don't know if there's any CG open in general. Alright. The Exobiology initiative is done. The Independence campaign is done. Yeah, doesn't look like it. I'm doing great, thank you. Like, it's holidays time. There's actually 2 more work days, but I think you're gonna be pretty chill. Let's see what we got here. Alright, let's find... we should get a scan. Alright, so it should say in the top right of the screen which power it is, but somehow it's not. Somehow it is not. I don't think it shows under emissions. Right. But they are power combat zones, so like maybe it should be in analysis mode. Location human 9. Alright, let's try again. Combat mode activated. And any combat mode it tells me? Nope. Doesn't look like it wants to tell me which power is associated with that. Yeah, I'm in Open Hundred, yes. Obviously, you can't see it, but my monitor decided to remind me I need to do a pixel refresh this very moment. Plops it in the center of the screen. You'd imagine there'd be kind of notification that pops up in the corner, but nope. Straight in the center. Alright, so now we are here. Let's see if we can finally tell me who it is. No, I guess not. Is it because we're too far away? Hard to tell. Well, now I am, but it still doesn't tell me. Conda is burned into the screen. Well, I do change ships quite a bit. Like, I use the Conda for PvE, but that's about the only thing I use the Conda like, for. Really tell you, like, these are all like histories. I guess maybe if you drop now, it will tell me. Or just roll the dice. Hey Mirror J, good to have you. Hey Necromancer 5. Would you overcharge or long range Concord cannons? Well, for one, I probably wouldn't have Concord cannons, but if I had to have Concord cannons, and I have them on my carrier because I was playing around with them a couple months back, I think overcharge is the way to go with Concords. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's telling me like who this power complex zone is for. Let's see. Might have to relog. see who we got here. What we got? Betrayals against... Not our guys, so our guys would be green. Betrayals against unknown. So, like, let's relog and see if that fixes it. After it tells all of them? Oh, okay, that's good. I did a little of shame. More like a dip of shame. Alright, so now we entered one. Let's see if it tells the others. Doesn't look like it's telling any of the others. Well, maybe I should lock it. Oh, okay. Finally, now it does. Kane, Grom. Unknown. And these are unknown. So, you have to drop, but you have to be within, I guess, 1,000 light seconds or something. Because, like, still. Is mass lock a real or an ED thing? Well, I guess it depends on your definition of real. Since we're talking about faster than light travel, it's not very real. By the way, I switched out the beams. I'm using now 2 fixed thermal vent beams, which are less wing friendly but more solo friendly, even though I'm in open. So we'll see how it plays out. Let's see if it tells me now when I do get within 1,000 light seconds at least. I have to drop into that one. Power wreckage components are illegal to sell. They have to be traded at the black market. High risk areas. Ooh, high risk areas. I like high risk areas. Let's turn on night vision so we can actually see things further away. And how is everybody doing today? You getting ready for the holidays? For those who celebrate them? I hope so. The cheapest ships in the galaxy? I know that's saying, Antoine. I think it depends actually on the ships. Like, for instance, if you want Imperial ships, I think the cheapest ships in the galaxy are in Summerland, where they are available for, I think, a 30% discount, not including elite discount. So quite a good chunk of dough off of a cutter or clipper, or even courier. Not that it matters that much on the courier, but all right, who we got here? Again, these are not our guys, otherwise they would be green. This is Kane. I was Kane. I thought Kane had a different one already. Right, let's see if we can find. This is the Arkan, Antal, Delane. Is it 2 Delanes? Eurogrom. These are ones. This is Antal, Rom, Kane. Doesn't look there is a Li Yongrui guy. So let's fight. Let's fight on Yuri Grom's side today. How about that? I like when Yuri Grom people fight Imperials, since they're a highly divided group in that regard for this conflict, with their Discord leadership saying that they respect the Ziada alliance and pretty much everyone I talk to who shoots Imperials instead. But I guess it does depend a little bit. Alright, so we got beams. We got a flight assist off. We got some speed so we don't take half an hour to get there. Put pips and sys. Alright, so let's shoot the imps. It's a Core Mark IV. That's Grom, so that's one of the good guys. Petraeus. Alright. Targeting a plant. And off we go. Plant 0. Then I want to see if I can kind of plant them just with the beams. Like, whether that's not a thing. Not really, I think. I planted it. I got him. There you go. Now, we're not going to get a lot of merits again because we don't have a fort in the region. So, like, we are... this is going to be slow going compared to, like, if we were in a power that has a fort and is combat oriented. But it's more fun. Thank you, Fix Slim. Appreciate your statement. And I sympathize with it, of course. In this war, at least. If we're fighting Fargoids, I'm with the imps. I'll join the imps any day. But, boom. But if we are fighting against the Empire, for freedom of the Radicoida plants, then that's what we gotta do. Boom. I think for planting then, once a plant is 0, this might even be faster than using the rails. Right. Well, do people recommend not using PEAs in PvE? I see it all the time. Because they don't have a lot of ammo is a short answer. They run out of ammo really fast. Boom. Oh, I missed that shot. I don't usually miss my shots. We can plant him like this. Yep, planted. It was actually faster than just using rails to plant them. Plant 0. And he's down. Plus it cools you off nicely while these guys are exploding. Boom. I'm not sure why people focus on the little amps. Wait, little amps? Yeah, Torval, I mean, it wasn't a big fight. The big fight was for the Youngerway system, obviously, last week. This guy's too far. This guy's almost too far. Missed. Plan 0. Oh, missiles on my shield. That's gonna do a lot. You're too close to shoot you, so I'm gonna have to switch targets. Sheep. An FDL. Yeah, it's in open. I honestly think you should do power play in open. I think it's one of those things that really are designed in such a way that should be either open only or at least should have an open bonus. It doesn't because reasons, but I think it should, and I think it's just more fitting. There's an NPC with plasma accelerators, you were asking. Okay. Again, switch targets. This guy was bailing, you could tell from icon. Oh, there's a spec up wings. That's cute. But, you know, let's let the spec up swing do its thing. Switch to like our targets. Yeah, I'm fighting with Grom because there's no Lee Yong-rui conflict zone right now, so I'm fighting with Grom against the imps. It's all Grom, as all Grom supporters should be doing. Plants 0. Finish him off. It's fine. So what we got here. Loose hit. Planted. Alright, next target. Do you fly with flight assist off? Yes, I do. You can see it top right of the screen. You should be able to see it top right of the screen. You should also see my controls in the top right of the overall stream. Plant 0. Boom. Boom beams do 1 tick of damage per second, but that's the thing. Once plant are at 0, you don't really need to do any amount of damage that is meaningful. Like the only thing you need is a penetrating shot. So if you land a penetrating shot, you have a chance to like make it blow, regardless of how much damage you do, which is, again, apparently better, turns out, than using rails to finish them off once the plant is 0. No, these are fixed beams. Small fixed beams. Plant 0. And I think we got it. Boom. Aim damage and beam DPS are identical. Oh, that's good. For once. Otherwise, the math of damage in Elite is very complicated. Finishes off the old school way. Okay, maybe someone else was shooting and finish him off. Okay, Vulture. Vulture plants are very squishy. The ships are pretty tanky, but their plants are very squishy. See, it's like 0% already. So boom, he's dead at 87% hull. There's something satisfying at destroying ships with like 90% hull left. Miss. Not miss. Ship blow. There you go. Yeah, this is definitely more reliable than using rails. Also gonna manages your heat much better. How it compares to a pulse laser version? Well, I think it's faster to kind of take power plants out with rails than with a pulse laser version. Also, pulse lasers. Boom. See, look at that. I think that says it all. Oh, you're banking. That's cute. Where's your plant? There it is. See, this is something you can't do with beams, with pulse lasers. You can't take a plant out in like 1 or 2 shots. Let's see if we got it. I don't know if we got it. It did do some damage for sure. The spec offs. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, pulse razors aren't really good for module damage. They don't have a lot of breach and reach. Boom, this guy's down. We take on a spec ops? Let's do spec ops, come on. Let's do it. Take on a bigger, badder guy. These guys have engineered shields, as you can see. Use the heatsink for spec ops. Miss. Ooh, 2 misses in a row. Almost unheard of. Plan 0. Alright, now let's switch to his beam. We can plan him this way. I think we got him. He's spinning, which generally means it's exploding. There you go. Boom. Not bad, huh? Not bad. The DBS is a very exposed thruster. Yes, that is true. This guy looks very tanky also from a shield perspective. The good thing is we can use these beams also to kind of cool off in between rail shots. At least cool off a little faster than we would otherwise. The thing about the Vulture though is you can't really hit the plant from the front. That you cannot do. That's like when staring at it like this, you might as well switch targets because you're just wasting your time shooting it. Got a Cobra free plant. But you guys also very close. Too close. This guy's almost dead. Might as well finish it off like the old way. He's down. Let's see what we got. We got an FDL there. DLs are very tanky, especially when their shields are up. When their shields are down, not so much. Plan 0. Again, from this angle, you can't really hit that plant. This guy I'm gonna sort of stay on. And see if I can plant them. And it's kind of spinning away. I think I have to kill him the old school way. It's a different target. Plant. Plant 0. And blowing. You can tell when you kind of plant it because they stop shooting, among other things. There we go, boom. We got Corner, but that's on our side. It's one of the good guys. Plant. Plant 0. See, this you can't do with pulse lasers or anything other than rails, really. And we got him. Boom. Wow, look at that ram. Nice. Good ram clipper. Thanks for a follow gun. Yeah, I mean, if you miss a lot, I guess there's that. But you also have, like, NPCs use a lot of chaff. So if you're talking about gimbals, like, gimbals also don't work very well. I think we got him. Yep, he's down. Alright, so his plant is already 0. Let's see, finish it off with a beam. Down. There we go. This is so crazy efficient. 0. Let's finish him off again with beams. And he's down. Boom. Yeah, that's the thing about fixed weapons is you can't really, they have like a minimum range effectively, and you can't really use them close enough, like closer than that. But at long range, they work great. Hit level's critical. Let's cool off a little bit. Even spec ops have like a really squishy plant. When the plant is 0, it doesn't matter like how tanky you are, because like just one hit and you're dead, as you can see here. Guys, shield out. But before we targeted anything there. Oh, plant 0 already. Maybe we can plant him. Nope, we could not. That's the thing about fixed weapons, they could care less about flak, not flak, about chaff. Plant 0. You can't really plant them from the front unless you get a really lucky shot. Shooting PAs is fun, yeah, I agree. Plant 0. But again, now it's facing me, so I can't really plant him from that angle. It's an FD out. 1% shield. We should just kill it. It's like almost dead already. Plant is 0. Maybe we can plant it too. I think we got him. Yep, it's exploding. And he's down. Target his plan before I started shooting him. Yeah, I mean, pulse work well too. Again, as far as module snipes are concerned, not nearly as well, but they work. As you can see, if you get all the shots on target, you can destroy plant in a single hit, and then when that plant is 0, you can just tap them with a beam and they explode. Not yet. Got him now. Vulture. Not getting involved with war. You didn't have to. It's like a thing to do in the game, but doesn't mean you have to do it. Plan 0. Got him. Sure. Massive BGS war, we just expanded. Yeah, I mean, some people love BGS, some people find it boring. I think most people would agree, though, that BGS with colonization has been really wrecked. Especially for powers, BGS powers of control, like now hundreds and hundreds of systems with no ability to really influence where you're expanding from or anything of the sort. AXI is in that situation for once. Plant 0. Got you, boom. Get a little closer. Plant. Banked. That was a fast bank. It synced. Got away, and though it planned it was 0. 0. Now we can finish it off. Oh. This other guy should also be close to dead. And close to dead, fully dead. I'm firing on the Senator's forces. Yes! Together with the Grom folks. Get out of range. This is in open, so if you want to stop me, come and stop me. It's part of the fun. Got him. Senator forces are going down, even though I'm not getting a lot of merits for it, but they are going down. Plan 0. That should be where you're facing me, you know that too. Plan 0. All right, see you in 200 jumps. Plant. Clipper, get out of the way. Too close. Can't land a hit like that though. That's a waste of time. Change targets. Plant. Plant 0. Plant it. No, not plant. Alright, you got away. Good for you. Plan 0. Got him. This is where you might want to use some instincts. Conda versus Conda. You're banking, that's cute. You actually got that bank off. Ah, good for you. Oh, there's another one that you can't really get the plant from the front. Even from the side, it's kind of tricky. I think this one might go down by halt before it goes down by plant. I think it might have had MRPs, which are now down. Yeah, they had MRPs, but the MRPs are now down. You guys all know Condas are pretty tanky. Plan 0 finally. Yeah, it's gonna go down the old way. And it's down. I'm in open. I'm in open. Check it out. Open play. Open play. Guys down. Talking earlier about how I thought that power play should be done in open. Unless there's a very, very good reason not to. Got it. Shield down. Power plant targeted. Missed the shot. Didn't miss the shot. Plant 0. See if we can plant him. Ooh, miss. Not miss. He's down. We almost got this. Hey, Radio Raxla, thanks for the follow. Done with power play? Frankly not. Yeah, no, I had a very little time to play also in the last few weeks. This is the first time I spent any time in game for a while actually. Plant. Plant 0. Hello there. I got you. Boom. Got a little further away than we ideally would want to be. Hazling's favor earned 3.5 million merits. That's nice. That is quite the number, I have to say. And yes, that would be someone who'd be playing for a very long time. As in, during the week. Plan 0. Yeah, ramming an Anaconda in a DBX or DPS is not a very good idea. Got it. Boom. Plant. Plant 0. Beams on target. And he's down. The score Mark 4 is already shieldless. But he took a beating. In fact, its drives are down, so it can't even turn. It's gonna go down very quickly. It's down. There's a clipper that's banking. No more bank. 0 plant. There you are. Clippers die incredibly fast, especially for the fact that they technically class as a large ship. Got him. Boom. Alright, this guy's facing me now. I got a shield off, but that's about it. Plant 0. Beams on plant. how it's done. The Python are incredibly tanky. I think they might be tankier than anacondas on average too. This guy might take his plants. Didn't have a shot there, so plant 0. It's down. This guy's bouncing. This is the Python that we aggroed earlier. For whatever reason, the power plant of Python is like so super tanky. Especially from the front, it's impossible to hit. Almost impossible. You can do 2% damage like we did now. But Pythons almost always die by hull damage, not by planting. Yeah, the Clipper does not scare anyone, I agree. And he's down. Plan 0. Get this guy out of the fight. And he is out of the fight. Also DBX is there. 07 sounds scary with the stream. Plan 0. Switching to beams. Got him. Let's try to shield this. Nice. That range. Alright, it's closing range. Plan 0. Got it in now. Nope. Yeah, survived quite the beating. A Moto Cobra. Are you planning on more power play content after this whole Thunderdome thing is over? I don't know, it's too early to tell. I don't know where FDev is going to take this whole thing, we shall see. My hunch is they are going to tie it into operation somehow. Exactly how, I don't know. It probably does. Got him. But honestly, I'm thinking of doing more some guides than power play things. And honestly, there are some guides on power play. I don't know anyone is like really perfect, but I also don't have the energy in me to write a 120-page guide also for power play after I did the one for colonization. And by the way, I need to update the one for colonization because there's some tweaks that need to be made. Not today, after Christmas. Got him. So I'm thinking more sort of. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to see? I have some ideas, but I'd love to hear from you. Like, you are the intended audience, after all. Missed. Let's go, bro. We are in Petraeus' system. The Inton Petraeus system. which is called blah 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 C51. Anyway, it's the only system controlled by Betrayals. You can't go wrong in the Enclave. Yeah, it is hit or miss, but they've also been changing it a lot. I mean, every week is kind of rule changes, so like, you know, hard to make a guide for something that's obsolete a week after you make the guide, you know. Right. I wish they give names. Yeah, I agree. I wish you could rename systems after, for example, you meet a particular threshold. Like if you have a 100-point system, you should be able to rename it, I think. For arcs, I mean, that's a perfect thing that you could charge arcs for, honestly. Right. For once, nobody would bat an eye. Crate. Hello, crate. A little too close for my guns. Not so long as I'm shooting your shields out. Why not? Power plant 0. See, this is the one thing you can't really do with pulse lasers or anything but rails, really. Got him. Exploding. Mark III. Maybe I should hold the trigger until it fires. That might do more damage than letting it go too early. There you go. Plant 0. Got him? Yeah, he's spinning. Is lasering PP to 0% or granted explosion during it to... Well, no, you have to penetrate. Well, the rules are very complicated. The rules are very complicated. Like, you have to... first you have to hit, obviously. Then you have to hit a you have to land a penetration roll, which depends on the hull remaining of the ship. I'll show you in a moment. Like what that means. It's easier with a screen in front of you than just talking about it without a prop. Give me 1 second, I'll finish this crate and I will show you. Plant 0. Down. So basically, power plants are internal modules. To hit an internal module, you have to land a breach roll. If you look at the bottom of the screen here, it says minimum breach chance and maximum breach chance, 40% and 80%. What that means is that depending on how much hull the target has remaining, this is a chance of your shot breaching the hull. 40% when the target ship is at full hull, and 80% when the target ship is basically dead. Welcome Benny Buns and welcome everybody else. If you land a breaching shot, then basically the game plots a ray to see if it intersects any of the internal modules, and once it finds a sphere of a module that is eligible to be hit, it basically says, okay, that module was hit by a breaching shot. Then what happens is most weapons roll again for breach to see if they continue breaching or if they instead are basically stopping at that first module hit. If they keep breaching and hit another module behind it, then the breach damage of a weapon is split between the two modules that you hit. If instead it doesn't continue breaching, all of the breach damage is applied to the first module you hit. If you do breach damage to a power plant, there is a chance, to a power plant that is at 0%, there is a chance that the ship will just outright explode. I actually don't know what that chance is, but it's pretty significant. Like, if you land a breaching shot, like, most breaching shots tend to kill ships, in my experience. But there are also other rules with regards to, like, how deep shots can penetrate. That applies more to lasers than railguns. Railguns penetrate all the way through by definition in a ship, so the rules about penetration height don't meaningfully apply to railguns. I know, it's all very complicated. If, like, your head is spinning, your head should be spinning, because the rules about damage in Elite are super complicated. But there's some good forum posts that explain this in quite a bit of detail. Too far. Got him. Try not to hit my friends here. My grown friends. Too close. Super penetration applies full damage to all modules in a railgun's path. No, that's a common misconception about Super Penetrator. What Super Penetrator does is it guarantees that the roll to continue penetrating succeeds, but it still divides the damage up between modules that it hits. So Super Penetrator can be a blessing or a curse in practice, because if you hit the power plant first, you don't want the shot to continue penetrating, you want the shot to actually stop there to do maximum damage to a plant. However, if you hit something in front of it, for instance, then you do want the shot to continue penetrating, and that's where Super Penetrator comes in handy. Again, all very complicated. Come on, you're at 0 plant, you should die. There you go, you're dead. Oh, he's been shooting me for a while and I'm at 50% hull. So maybe I should shoot this guy back. Plant 0. And he's exploding. Yeah, no, hammers. Moritz, hammers are way too spicy for this build. Don't use hammers on this build. Hammers are Imperial hammers, for those who are wondering. Could you heat sinking, huh? Can still hit you even without heat sinking now. Alright. Yeah, it's tricky. It's all very complicated. Look at how tanky the power plant of the Python is. Viper. Oops. Bad shot. That was a good shot. Plant 0. And spinning planted. I'm getting that sense of like when they are basically dead, just based on how they move. another python. Kill it before the shields come back up. No, we can't. I guess that's fine. Shields didn't last long. 6 rails do a lot of hull damage too. Like a true sniper build because like it actually works best around 6 kilometers. Got him, I think. Pacheco seems to be reinforcing. Where is Alliance hitting them? Well, the only system they have. In the enclave, that is. Like, this is where we're hitting him. Like, they're trying to reinforce, but we're trying to make them not reinforce. Like, oh, like, it's still not the peak of a battle. Like, as you can see, there's 200,000 control points on Petraeus. If you look at Li Yongrui, that number is 1.3 million. So, the main battle is happening on Li Yongrui's systems. But that one doesn't have combat zone, so I'm not particularly useful out there. So here I am here instead. Yeah, I mean they need to reinforce. If they don't reinforce, they're out on this cycle, right? But also, Concordate forces haven't hit Petraeus as hard as I hoped they would at this point in the week. So we'll see how the rest of the week goes. If we can get Petraeus out after getting Torval out, that would be progress. That would be good progress. And then we can focus on 2 big ladies without distractions. Which there are otherwise plenty. We gotta boost and get ourselves a little bit out of the way, because like we are taking a bit of damage here. Next cycle. Oh, it's still a 4? Yeah, then you're right. If it's still a 4, then we need to get it to under. We need to undermine it to back to sort of exploited state first. Direct hit. But yeah, again, if we can knock Petraeus out, I think that would be a strategic win for the anti-imperial so-called concordate forces. Plan 0. I think I got him. Boom. Yep. I had not gotten him, but now I have. So what we got here, target-wise. Plan 0. depending on the angle, you're kind of better off using beams or rails to try and get that planting shot. Because like beams have more ticks, so if you have a clean shot on the plant, beams are better. But if you don't have a clean shot on the plant, then rails penetrate further down, and as a result, they're better. Beams don't penetrate very far inside the ship. This guy got planted before I think I started beating him. I'm new to the game, so why don't we have a balance for power play stuff? I mean, look at the numbers, like 4-5 against Lee Young-Roy. I mean, that's part of a war, you know, war isn't fair. There's Imperial forces that are ganging up against the most powerful, like, independent force. It's kind of to be expected, honestly. And if they can knock it out, they'll have made significant progress in their war effort. They tried last week, they failed. This week they're doing pretty well. Whether they succeed or not, we shall see. But war is not about fairness. War is about winning. Got it. Boom. This build should be illegal, by the way. It's just so good. Plant 0. Ship planted. Boom. Plant 0 and boom. Look at that. The fact that Lee's holding this long with very little that keeps us in the positive is a real testament. I know, right? They're doing amazing. Like, Lee Young-Roy forces are doing really amazing. True act of defiance against Imperial aggression. No matter the outcome, I think it will make history of elite. Look at this. Direct power plant shot. No damage. I hate Pythons. Plenty of hull damage though. They're way too slow. Not worth the merits. I'll be out with my Entaltoon and Slagro Conda. Nice, do the same thing, cool. Nice. How does the Killing Sea compare to a Frag Mamba build? Well, I think this is much faster for PvE. I mean, Frag Mambas are more... Frag Mambas used to be PvP builds for ganking, first and foremost. And that was a while back. Now that the Corsair is a thing, Frag Mambas aren't... And the Python Mark II is a thing. Frag Mambas aren't seen that often, if at all. If you're gonna go frags, you generally go Python Mark II. The Corsair can do that too, though. Oh, I see, in late summer. Yeah, I think people were, you know, maybe after decided they were getting planted too quickly. I don't know. But Pythons, I mean, I think Pythons, even more than Anacondas, Pythons are like basically unplantable. Almost unplantable. Guys are not. Boom. I know, it really is amazing. I am really impressed at what Youngry has been doing. I'd be helping directly, but the reality is I'm not that useful outside of combat in terms of like contribution, so I'll do what I can in combat. Also surprised to not have seen anybody, considering I'm out here in open. I guess people have different targets right now. And he's down. Alright. The thing about fighting in a conflict zone that's not yours is you don't get the progress bar, so you just keep going, I guess, forever. Yeah, I mean, these are hotspots, right? Oh, ooh, we have somebody here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Not red yet, so they haven't shot me yet where they are. Somebody on Corsair. LLPC. Imperial. Let's see what ship they're in. Pacifiers, frag cannons. Yeah, and containment missiles. That's a PvP build. Like, we're not gonna be able to kind of like fight them. This is like a Bayo kind of situation. Probably gonna ground me. He didn't ground me. He didn't get me. Okay. But he accomplished his goal, and I guess a PvP build showing up means PvE build's gonna need to skedaddle, because you're not competitive, you're not gonna be able to kind of take on a pacifier. PvP build Corsair in a PvE con, they're just not gonna happen. Right. Got a power care package, nice. Now the question is, how could we, let's see, influence the this system? I don't know how it's being influenced even. Power play commodities, I don't know what, cartographic data, power associated political data, large profits, rare goods, biological research samples. Huh, okay. I guess if you gather a bunch of like first fruitful research samples, that contributes merits. Like, I need to study up a little bit, like, how that merit contribution of some of these things affects stuff. Because, like, rare goods, I know it's okay, but not great. Large profits was the one-ton trading thing, but that kind of, like, was... it's been nerfed, or rather the exploit has been axed. So, there's that. let's head back to our carrier. Assuming we figure out where our carrier is. It's not there. Yeah, that's where it is. Stoomtail relics are 120 tons. Like, what does a load of Stoomtail relics give? Explodata sounds good. I know, that's what I'm thinking. Rare goods are pretty few. I'm not sure if they're gonna be that meaningful. Hey, Soulkeeper. I just managed to fight off an Archon player and a Firefighter Mark II in my turreted Panther. Oh, that's remarkable, I have to say. Grump Beard, that doesn't happen all that often, so well done. A stronghold system. I don't even know which stronghold system we're in. Who's got a stronghold here? On top? Yeah, on top. $1,200 control points per run. That's I don't know about the man. It sounds pretty low compared to other things. How does exobiology translate into merits? And it's like if you can grab her a few billion worth of stratum tectonica first footfall scans, then how would that translate into merits? $1,700, but 1,700 what? Yeah, I mean that's a little part of the fact is like, you know, anybody who's like even remotely experienced in a course PvP Corsair, I mean, would be running bank cancels. So even if you're banking in a Conda, I mean, that should not be an issue. It really shouldn't be in a Corsair. If it is, then you met somebody who really doesn't have a lot of experience. Points are directly related to merit on, come 4 to 1, except for exploration data with 6 merits for 1 control point. So yeah, that's what I know to be true. But the question I had in the back of my mind was like, and how many merits do you get for turning in exobiology data? That's the question I had in the back of my head. Right. Could use the Caspian to gonna jump out and get some first footfall exobiology data. Well, my Caspian is configured to kill a Hydra right now, so it's not exactly an exobiology build. How far are we from Jackson Lighthouse? Let's see. 500 light years away from Jackson's Lighthouse. It's like on the opposite side of a bubble. Ah, annoying. Kind of probably faster to just jump all around the old way places. Or just take a Mandalay in a random direction. Yeah, 50 light year range is nice. My Mandy, my taxi Mandy, I think jump 77 or so. I usually use my dolphin, which I find easier to land for exobiology, but if we're going far, we might want to use the Mandy. And by far, I mean something like 20 jumps, which... yeah, this one jumps 80-ish. 1 merit per 2.3 million. So they're really poor. I mean, if that's the case, 2.3 million of merits. Like Venestratum Tectonica, which would be 100 million or so, 96 million would be 40 merits. Oh gosh, that's really nothing. That is really, really nothing. Exploration data is a lot more lucrative. Yeah, it definitely sounds that way. Hey, Kamikaze the Lek, it goes well. I think this week is interesting. There's a lot of effort in the Li Yungrui system, which is as usual, and again the sort of flashpoint of war as a whole, with like more than 1 million points already accrued for each side. And Antal, which continues to be left alone by pretty much everybody except this system. Oh no, this system. I guess they try to get him to kick them out, but I guess it's the one that they managed to reinforce the most. Winter's got a second system, which is good, actually very important, especially considering their main system is getting undermined into the ground. They're trying to kick out Winters. If they manage to kick out Winters and Li Yongrui, that would be a major blow. But Li Yongrui is also kind of in the process of acquiring nearby systems. I think this one, no, not this one, is another one that they're acquiring. Not this one. I'll find it eventually. It's one of these around here. Had a Li Yongrui lead. Okay, let's throw it down here. Ooh, Petreos is acquiring the system. This system we need to block. So Antal should really kind of like push to avoid Petreos from getting the second system. And I can't find which system was Yongrui in terms of like expansion, because like, I don't know. It was, I do remember it was somewhere around here, but I don't see where it is now. Mayho and Gromar, this is a complete waste. Like, they should really stop fighting over the system. Go fight the imps instead. Was the system Yongrui was in the process of expand. Oh, there it is. I found it. This one. C5-16. I think my idea is even if Yongrui loses his system, they should be able to get a hold of C5-16 and stay in the fight that way, which would be a wash. You lose one system, you gain one system. They're both just exploited and not undermined. And like, you know, if they can tie up pretty much all of the Imperial forces, well, the other forces gather systems like Antal and Delane and Winters, I think that's good. I mean, the real thing is going to be Winters needs to fight. They need to hold on at least one of these two systems or grab one of these others, which so far they don't look like they're doing. So Winters is not in a great place. Antal should probably let Winters have this one. And top players can get 50,000 control points for 10 million credits of exobiology. Of exodata? Of exploration or exobiology? Oh, 5 billion. Okay. Yeah. That's more reasonable. Like, It's like 3 zeros difference. Yeah. Yeah, no, you should fight to help Winters. You should fight to help Winters. And I am ready to go on a little trip. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start Elite Observatory. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. If you aren't, it's a nifty little tool that makes exploration pretty awesome. Here it is. Let me bring it up. I think this is the one. There we go. And this is something that I should also center so you can actually see it on screen. And now we're gonna pick a random direction. Where are we? We're kind of out here. Directions that go straight to the galactic center don't really work. You want something like these either up or below the galactic plane. Like something like here, but no, like not getting any systems in this area. I think I need a target of some kind. It's just not loading systems into this area. I want to avoid heading to a nebula because and that's like maybe I have a filter. Oh, this is power play. Let's see, switching to realistic mode. Should instead gonna. There you go. That's right. So if I click here, that's 6,000 light years away. It's further than I want to go, but I think it's a random enough direction, I guess, to plot a course. Let's see what the course looks like. Sufficient jump range? Well, I know, yeah. I know it's insufficient jump range. I get it. It's like not even plotting at this point. Here. Oh, I see. I think I might have, I've got it a little too high up. There we go. That should be a lot more manageable. Should be more manageable. Alright, this works. Good night, the movies. You're welcome. I'm with Lee Young-Rui. Although I'm not particularly fanatic of any power. There's 76 jumps to that destination, but we don't need to go 76 jumps, of course. Like, we just need to get far enough that things start being undiscovered. And again, we're going to use Elite Observatory, and I'm put up here. It really starts with Evaluator first. Evaluator tells you what kind of bodies there are and whether they're worth scanning or not. When colonizing a new system, do you always inherit the minor factions from the system you originally made a claim in? So, Tent, I explain in great detail how the factions work, what factions you bring into a system when you colonize in the Mega Guide that I wrote together with a few other commanders. I don't know if you saw the Mega Guide, but if not, I would suggest you read up there because it's explained in far more detail than I can do on Scream. Mega Guide here. No, I'm a Lee Young-Rui pledge, but as I said, I'm not super fussed about who I'm pledged with. I just like balance in the galaxy, so I'm fighting against the Imperials because the Imperials are the strongest faction. Let's see, what does Elite Observatory say? Nothing particularly viable here, so let's keep going. reporting your systems on either discovery as an expedition. That works. I'm glad you find it useful, Sana Daskari. Like, it was a labor of love, that I can tell you. Let's see what the Violator says here. He says there's absolutely nothing useful. And they are right. Oof. Yeah, well, Li Yongrui is the sort of first power to come to the Pleiades, and the Pleiades is home, as far as I'm concerned. So that's one of the factors for sure. And then, obviously, it would have to be an independent power, so I don't particularly like the corporate ethos or ethos of the Yongrui. I'm not a fan of the Sears Corporation from a lore perspective, so that certainly is a factor. On to the next. And the other thing I think is awesome for colonization, Silent Ascari, is the Raven Colonial utility that Commander Grinning 2001 has created. I made a tutorial video with him about it, and I think it's just freaking amazing. I don't think anybody should colonize without using it. Yeah, I know. Like, there's lots of interesting choices. The thing about exploration is like the loading screens in Elite are just too long. Right? This is like where Elite really makes its age felt. Yeah, they sort of like known, unknown. This is already mapped. We're still kind of very much close to like civilization, so we gotta go a little farther out. They're too long for the same reason website now game's a little slow. The user will put up with slow. Yeah, I guess. I guess we're just used to it, huh? Got nothing here to map. Discovered and all. You gotta get further out. It's a corporate pirate, disgraced general. The fourth is Antal Fire. Farohi. I'm not sure I'm gonna pronounce your name. Apologize if I'm butchering it. one would be Antal. Would be the Sim Guru Utopian. I have one of the new paint jobs, I think, for the Mandalay. Get one given from the giveaway. It's actually quite nice. I like it, especially since it was free. Like going out, but I'm also not finding anything interesting whatsoever. It's remarkable. It's like just a couple of stars here and there. That's just about it. Like 7 jumps out or something. 7 jumps, so about 500 light years. Opinion for ship interiors. They can't work right now given internal or more spreadsheet similar than a grid system you would have thought. People bring it up all the time in Elite. It's a, you know, it's a thing that people have strong feelings about. They're like, oh, we absolutely need ship interiors. And in my mind, I'm like, to what? I mean, what? I mean, let's assume that you had ship interiors. What would the gameplay loop be? Oh, I'm shooting a Hydra. Let me get around and go and make myself a coffee in the crate. It doesn't work that way. Elite is gonna Twitch game. Like, it doesn't really allow for like getting up and walking around and. I don't know what you do. Like, if anything, it kind of slow things down. Could you guys walk up and use planet scanner manually? I guess, but why would you want to do that? You know, it's like, just slow things down. I don't know. Oh, 500 million per hour, nice. Linkolas, that's a good amount. And that's roughly what I thought was the peak of what could be done in Exobiology and the credit making guide video I posted. Which, by the way, is doing, it's the best video that I've published in years. Who would have thought the credit making guide is the most popular video I've published in the last 6 months? Go figure. I wonder if I made a modern material farming guide, if it would be as popular. Right. If you could get up and pound on a module to fix it, that'd be cool. But yeah, that's something like that, yeah. What do you think about how fast the fdev patched exploit with salvage duplication? Well, I emailed them. I emailed Chris, and I told him, look, man, this is an issue, and if you don't fix it very quickly, it's gonna undermine the whole Radicoida War. And he said he'd forward that to the right people, which I trust he did. So I guess that made it to the right people pretty quickly, and they can appreciate that it was actually a problem, and they fixed it quickly. I don't know about snitching here. Like, it would have been bad for everybody if I had left in the game and these guys had left for the holidays. The whole war would have been a complete mess. Like, I don't think anybody would have wanted that. Right? Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's emailed FDev about it, but I have emailed FDev about it. Thank you for creating that ticket. Although for these kind of exploits, I'm starting to like really come into the sort of philosophy that before you create a ticket or before you go public about it, like having a few conversations privately and see if people were willing to listen is probably more appropriate of an approach. Because like once you put a ticket in, it's kind of out in the wild, and everybody can make sort of the worst of it. That's not to say that you should just not report it or not do anything about it, but having some private conversation to see if people are willing to do something about it is what I'm going to try to do for some of these things going forward. Fine. Oh yeah, I mean, if if you've been talking about it for 2 months and they haven't done anything, then yeah, you should go public 100%, no question. I would say 2 weeks, not 2 months even. For an exploit of this magnitude, right? Absolutely. So what we got here? Nothing of interest here either. Are we still in completely explored territory or no? Let's see. Okay, we're starting to just looking at systems that have been honked but not mapped, which is good. That's like a high metal content planet. But none of this is worth any particular thing. Again, you have Elite Observatory on screen, as you can see. The evaluator module is up right now to see like oh, you should hear the sound also, like when it starts saying things when we'll scan things, but that will be in a few more jumps, I think. What's the running cost of a squadron carrier? It's the same as a regular carrier, if I recall correctly. So about 34 million a week for... I deleted that email, so I'm sorry I don't have it. But yeah, 19 million might be just bare bones. But if you are running a squadron carrier, you probably don't want to run it like that. So my run cost is 68 million a week, 34 for my private carrier and 34 for the squadron carrier. But obviously the squadron carrier has a squadron bank, so I'm not the only one who's chipping in for that one. Also, credits are meaningless at this point in the game, so whatever. Could be 10 times as much and still not be an issue. Now if it was 100 times as much, now that could start being an issue. $50 billion is a good cushion. I had over 110 billion, but then I dumped like 50 billion into the SEC and contractors to build a couple of systems. So now I have, I don't know, probably somewhere in the range of what you have as well. I don't know how much money I have. I should check. How much money do I have? Let's have a look. I got 35 on my carrier and 4 in my pockets, so 40 billion. Yeah, less than half of what I had 6 months ago. Should I save more before I take the plunge? Well, I mean, it depends. It depends what you want to use it for. I mean, a squadron carrier is meant to be used by a squadron. So, like, if you're using it as your personal carrier number 2, I think we're gonna find that it's not like much better than a regular carrier. If anything, if it is even better than a regular carrier. So, I don't know. I mean, I know some people just like the idea of having a squadron carrier to their personal use because it's big and it looks fancy. So if that's your thing, go for it. But I mean, it doesn't actually have a gameplay use to have two for yourself. Yamix is paying for my carrier. No, he is not. I don't think Yamix is paying for much, if anything, in this game, let alone my carrier. Yeah, it's better for colonization. It has more, it can carry more stuff, and it has more cargo space. That's for sure. Just want a deep jump ship. The Caspian fills that niche conceptually. Yeah, maybe I should have taken the Caspian out because, like, again, I haven't really used it for anything other than some Hydra hunting a while back. But I guess I wanted to get far out quickly without going to Jackson Lighthouse, so I took the Mandy instead. So is Arkandalane Yamix, or am I hallucinating? Well, they do have some similarities. Yeah, that's true. They do have some similarities. Why is the Caspian worse than the Mandalay jump-wise? Is that a problem? Well, the Mandalay jumps further out. I mean, the Caspian jumps like 70 light years, the Mandi jumps 80. Maj just kicked my teeth in with his Caspian. Like, how has he built his Caspian, Mirage? And for exobiology, yeah, I mean, the Mandi just, you know, handles better than the Caspian. Especially, I mean, I know the Caspian has this like faster glide, blah blah blah, better gravity optimized thrusters, blah blah blah. But you know, you can't disembark on high gravity planets anyway, so who cares? Kind of getting to a point where we should be far enough with like 15 jumps out. Oh, the beluga, yeah, the Arx beluga. that's a really funny ship. It's 5 million per system, but nothing about a total sum taxation. For taxes, yeah, I mean that's like if you're making more than 5 million a year, you will be taxed. But I know exactly one person who makes more than 5 million in the entire game, so. Not a common issue exactly. Yeah, it was just funny. I mean, that was the spirit. It was just have some fun. And then, you know, actually go kill a Hydra over there was pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. Thanks for a follow, Call Chan. Doesn't look like there's anything interesting here at all. They're just balls of ice. These are like gas giants, which are deeply uninteresting also. Yeah. We're gonna keep going. But I think we're far enough at this point where most places are discovered but not mapped. So we are going to start having a look around here. Let's do it with star map mode. There we go. Let's see if we can find some F stars. That should be an F star. Is that 2 jumps away? Where am I? Here. Let's go to where I am. There should be a closer F star. Oh, there's an F star right next door. Well, let's go here. It's only as an F, as a K, and an L. That's good. It's a good number of stars and good types of stars for potentially viable stuff. How many jumps can you do on an even hideaway before you run out of gas? I think that's a big difference. 400, 500, and no refueling. Yeah, that's. I mean, look at it that's the whole point. I think the Caspian is like, it's like a highway traveling ship. If you need to go to Colonia, the Caspian is the best ship to get to Colonia. But if you want to do anything else, it's a bit more questionable. Like, I don't know, like. The Hydra attacked tail and ran. Yes, when I fought it with the Beluga, that's what happened. Is there no planets here? Is that so sad? Yeah, sad system. It attacked tail and ran, but it attacked tail and ran when they had like, I don't know, 2 hearts left or something like that. Like some small number of hearts left. Yeah, you can jump 500 light years and change with a Caspian, that's right. The Conda is better than the Caspian can be. Well, it depends for what, but for a lot of things for sure. For how fast you can go from point A to point B using the neutron superhighway, then yeah, well that's the Caspian's territory. So this system has been unexplored by any, but sadly it looks like there's only a handful of planets. But I am the first person to explore this. You can tell
Body
because...
8.
Okay.
Carbon dioxide atmospheric landable with life.
Can you hear? Like,
May
because this
host a
is
new personal codex entry.
this starts being interesting now. All right, so let's see what this is starting to be interesting. Let's look at the bio insights. 6 bios. This might have stratum tectonica on planet 8. So let's go there. Let's also scan the rest of the stuff while we are on our way. Since this looks like a system that might be quite viable. From a exo standpoint, at least. Okay, that's good. Let's see what we got here. This is where we're going. This has never been discovered before. Nice. This has been discovered by me. So this is a guaranteed first footfall. The question is, does it have tectonica or does it have other bunch of random crap? We shall see. Doesn't look like there's anything else interesting from a botanist standpoint. Let's see if the evaluator says there's anything worth scanning here. These are all worth 100,000 or so. It's like no terraformable walls or anything, so no. Let's see what we got. No, I mean, with a Caspian Explorer, if you make a beeline for it, you can be in Colonia in what, like an hour? Like something silly low. I went to Colonia twice, and it was always like, I don't know, 150 jumps or so, so more than an hour. Let's see what we got.
Body 8. May host a new personal codex entry
we
and
got
has high biological
stratum.
value.
We got stratum. Now if only I remembered how to exit this screen. There you go. Unfortunately, I think they killed glide skip, which is the one favorite bug of everyone that we had hoped they didn't fix, but guess what? Since they're selling a ship that has among its features better glide, couldn't just have people skipping glide, could they now? Too fast? Oh, come on. That was basically just exactly perfect speed. So what do you think after we'll do with all the Titan and Spire content just sitting on? I don't know. Like, right now I don't seem to be doing much with it. But... got 6 biological signs, by the way. I can't remember like which ones it was. Let's see my insights. There's really only stratum worth scanning here, though. Good thing about stratum, by the way, it's like very easy to kind of like detect from a ship. And yes, we can see it right there. This is a stratum that we're looking for. And there's bacterium right next to it. Oh, come on, unsuitable terrain. First footfall.
Stratum tectonic is confirmed present.
Yeah.
Base value
Thank you.
19.01 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters.
Go bigger.
First partial sample collected.
Let's go get the next one.
Minimum distance reached.
Minimum distance
You've
reached.
traveled over 500 meters from previous
That's
sample.
a good number, chunk. And given we're here, we might actually get the bacteria too. What is the bacteria? No, bacteria like we're familiar, like it's really kind of useless. Right? It was one of the better bacteria maybe, but come on. Land me. Land me. This is why I prefer a dolphin sometimes for like doing this. So, like a dolphin I would have landed 4 times already. Do you saw anybody have problems with landing the Caspian even in flat grounds? Well, I haven't really tried landing the Caspian in flat grounds or anywhere really very much, so I can't really tell you firsthand. Yeah,
Second
stratum
partial
tectonicas are
sample
pretty
collected.
good. Why am I so bad at planetary landings? Well, I'm not used to doing planetary landings. I tend to shoot things in space.
Minimum distance reached.
Also, I'm kind of
You've
like trying
traveled
to
over
just slow myself
500
down
meters
fast,
from
like,
previous
boink,
sample.
shields offline. Right, and that's a little too fast actually. Let's see if I can do this without losing too much health. There we go. Get my shield, but I think by the time I'm kind of like, by the time I'm back, my shield should be back. Cobra Fire Mandalay for Exobiology. I picked the dolphin, really. I should have picked the dolphin, so I not do what I'm doing here right now. But between the Cobra and the Mandalay, I agree with Protostar Linux. Definitely the Mandalay. Right.
Sample collection complete.
Sample collection complete. All right. Let's see if there's ever sort of plants around here that's worth grabbing, because just they're here. If they are, I might grab them. I think this is one of them. For Texa, like, oh come on, again. Alignment, okay. For Texas, we're not that much actually. If this is for Texas, I'm guessing it is. Or Cactoida, what is this?
Osseous fractus confirmed present.
Osseous fractus.
Base value 4.03 million.
Plus footfall
Minimum
bonus.
sample
Yeah,
distance
this is worth-
800
This
meters.
is worth scanning. This is fine.
First partial sample collected.
Now we got a spot. I know one of those osseous things.
Minimum distance reached.
Kind of tricky to spot.
You've traveled over
Yeah,
800
it's
meters
not-
from
there you go, I
previous
saw it
sample.
over here. Bonk. That was better, huh? See, I'm getting the hang of my landings.
Second partial sample collected.
Let's look for a third one.
Minimum distance reached.
Oh, there you go.
You've
Minimum
traveled
distance
over
reached.
800
Perfect.
meters from previous sample.
Exactly where we needed to be. Normally I wouldn't bother, but since, you know, we're already basically here, might as well grab even some of the things that are worth a little less. That's a stratum, the same stratum. I don't think there's anything else around here in the neighborhood.
Sample collection complete.
Alright, on to the next system then. I don't think this one has anything else interesting. Switch back to evaluator. Yep. Nothing of interest. I did lose 15% hull, which was like kind of dumb, but whatever. Alright, where we go? Let's see if we can find another F star or B star or something star. Let's see what we got here. We got the G star. Should we check out the G star? Let's check out. There's 2 G stars. G stars aren't necessarily the best, but they're generally worth checking out. Except this one's right behind me. Some of my stuff, by the way. Not my thrusters. That would not go well. Why do I have a frameshift wake scanner on the ship, by the way? Remind me. I think just because I just want a taxi that gets data from the bubble. This has already been explored. You can tell if a system has been explored like upon arrival or not, because if a system has already been explored, the star immediately shows up on the scanner. Instead, if you are the first person to scan the system ever, the star takes a moment to pop up. There's absolutely nothing interesting here though. At least I don't think so. Are those ice balls or is HMCs? Yeah, rocky ice worlds. Nice worlds. Oh, these are HMCs. Still not worth much though. Nothing of particular value. Back to the map. So there's a B star. B stars generally don't have interesting things. This is an F only star. Let's see if there's a bigger system around here. There's 2 F stars. Another F star here. Maybe we'll go to this one. Have I been there already? No. No. Alright, let's go that one. Let's get out of here first. Some fuel. We mean hacks. If you mean Elite Observatory, the Observatory is a pretty established tool. I don't think anybody would consider Elite Observatory to be a hack. I certainly don't. This one has a single planet. What is it, by the way? It's a very dark planet. HMC. Also worth peanuts, not worth the time. Let's go next F, which is nearby. Oh, the star loading shake. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's just knowledge of how the game works. Right. I mean, the previous F was undiscovered, so chances are there's going to be some more undiscovered system, and you can see it. I'll show you again when it happens. If it happens, and it has to be an undiscovered system. This is discovered. See, like the star loaded in immediately, so you can tell somebody else has already honked the system. There's also nothing interesting here. Well, this has already been footfall, so particularly not interesting. Yeah, I mean, they certainly could do more lazy loading while you're charging your FSD or something like that. It would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? The system has also been discovered already. But at least, like, these systems tend to be... Like, usually these systems tend to have a lot of water worlds, but... they could be unlucky with like the F stars I've come across so far. Like I haven't seen any. Like, I haven't seen even a single terraformal HMC, like which again are also pretty common on in F stars. But like all things exploration-wise, there is, you know, a factor of luck. That is part of the experience.
Body A4. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable with life.
There's one of the fly.
May host a new personal codex entry.
Might have stratum tectonicus, so let's go check out A4. Let's go check it out. Well, let's check first if it's got a first footfall or not. It doesn't. Alright, good. So we can go get a scan of HMC and see if we can get a first footfall tectonica. Would be nice. Switch to surface scanner. Do a little dip of shame. Yeah, gravity well, go figure. Okay, let's get a scan. See what we got. Stratum.
Body
And
A4.
nope, we got bacterium
May
instead.
host a new personal codex entry.
Too bad. Then we will not land here. And instead we will keep going. A spilo of shame. Yeah, that's a fun definition. Spilo of shame is a new one. That's another way to say it. Strategic high-speed repositioning. Why did I skip that planet? Because I scanned it and it has bacterium, not stratum. So basically not worth the money, not worth the time to land to get the biosample. Let's see what we got here. So this has finally a water world. Somewhere here.
Body 4. Meets mapping criteria.
It's mapping criteria. We might go map
High
it.
value body.
I was talking about how F-stars tend to have water worlds, and I hadn't seen one yet, so, but now we have. These are HMCs.
Body 3. Meets mapping criteria.
It's mapping criteria. I was
High
saying
value
I'm
body.
missing terraformables as well. Let's switch to evaluator just so it shows you what. Visit map. Number 3 first. Alright, number 3 first. Where are you, number 3? You're nowhere to be seen because you haven't been filtered. Number 3 then. Now this is, the funny thing is the terraformable HMC is worth more, as you can see from evaluator, than the water world. Terraformable HMCs are worth a lot of credits when fully mapped. Especially so if you're the first person to map it, which I sincerely hope that I am, and I am. So this is great. See, that's the interesting thing. Somebody mapped the water world, but they didn't map the higher value terraformable HMC. Even though this one is higher value than the water world. Right. What's managed to not do loops or spirals or dips of shame. And this is done, so we can already set the target for the water world, which I think is number 4. Yep, it's right behind us. Terraformal HMC super rare? No, it's not that rare. I mean, you don't find them
Mapping
all
complete.
the time, but
Next body
but
to map is 4.
it's not super rare. And actually, around F stars, I find that they're relatively common, all things considered. If they're rarer than water worlds, I think they're somewhat comparable. I would sort of hazard a guess. I think maybe ammonia worlds being terraformable. I don't even know if ammonia worlds can be terraformable. Like, but HMCs are pretty commonly terraformable, like, in the grand scheme of things. Right? How pretty this planet is! I like it. It's like Waterworld, but more like icy. Like, it has a big polar ice cap. Ammonia terraformable. Yep, those are ones. Alright, let's set a course for another blue star. How about here?
Mapping complete.
Mapping complete.
No more bodies to map.
No more bodies to map. On to the next. It can also makes you think, like, what would an ammonia world that is terraformable look like? Because ammonia world is pretty freaking hostile to life. So the fact that it being terraformable is like, I'm not sure how that would play out. Alright, here we are. This empty, empty, empty. Oh, there's something. This is somebody who jumped in, didn't even honk the system and jumped out. It's a pretty curious thing to do. Now we could go to a B star, but B stars basically never have anything interesting, or almost never. We'll keep our journey towards F stars since they're pretty unexplored around here anyway. Recharge drone for ballistic weapons and a request option and many for NPCs to rearm your combat zones. No way do synthetizations. Yeah, no, I mean, be good. I mean, I personally would love to be able to carry ammo in cargo racks, because why not? I mean, let me carry some spare ammo and rearm from inside my cargo racks, like instead of synthesizing from materials. Like, it's just weird. Let's see what we got. We don't got much. We got a nice C-body. This is a very sad F system. Let's see if there's any other F system. We might go to a B system, not because I expect there to be anything there, just because I like B stars. Sorry, A stars, not B stars. This is an F. Is it worth it? I don't know. Probably a waste of time, but let's go check it out. Haven't been to an A star in a while. Never know. Like, you might get the first high prediction of the next Fargoid race, like happened a few years back. As expected, there is absolutely nothing here. A systems are boring. It's just an F star. Let's bounce there. Fine, what is usually better is to have a look on Titan spinning mega ship. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, the Vulture is super fun to fly, I agree. Like, it was for a long time a ship I flew and speed running. In AX speed running, and I had a ton of fun with it. Like, some of my most fun Fargoid fights were done with a shotgun, large shard Vulture, which is functionally obsolete nowadays, but back in the day it was something. It was quite something. Okay, now this one has... what are those two? Gas giant with water-based life. Huh? Interesting. A bunch of Rockies. And a gas giant of a different kind here.
Body 2. Wide ring.
Wide ring, yeah. What's we got here? These are asteroid belts. Let's find one of the other giants. And find the other planets too.
Body 4A. Close ring proximity.
Close ring proximity. Those usually make for some good views. If there's something worth grabbing from a planetary standpoint, I usually try and go visit. There's another giant somewhere. Here you go. Doesn't sound like there's anything worth scanning out here, really. At least this is less boring of a system than some of the ones we visited so far. Yeah, nothing worth around here. Let's bounce to the next one then. What I like to go is see where the red ones are and see if there's a secondary star that is an F star, because those people tend to skip. Like, this is an L secondary star. This is just an M. M's don't have much stuff, but if there's a secondary one that has like an F star, like this has a triple M, a K and a triple, a K and two M's. Those are interesting. L, V. Okay. What is an IVB? M8 IVB. That's a red giant. Alright, let's go check out a red giant. I mean, planetary-wise, it's not going to have something interesting, but I haven't been to a giant in a while, and giants are interesting. They look cool. They're big. Go figure. Down with the Empire, yeah. Make that slug rail conda sing. I mean, alt accounts in Elite have a number of uses and reasons. Like, I have just one alt really, which is Chromatic Xenostrike Force, which I use for squadron purposes. But that's about it. Some people do more with them. This is a red giant. Hello, red giant. So we got. It's nothing super weird or super special. Okay. Let's keep exploring around here. L M L TTS Titarium M K TTS M M MMT M MLT MML M variable. Just M's really here. Alright, let's go to this F4. F4 variable, VAB. But yeah, additional fleet carriers is a common thing. Like, you know, especially if you're doing colonization, having 2 fleet carriers that bring different type of materials. Or 2 different carriers that you can have people load at the same time is handy. Yeah, you're right. Shouldn't spend too much time. I might as well check around. But like, looking for something that potentially could be interesting. This looks pretty empty out here. Yeah, completely empty. Let's see what else we got around here. This is F, K, and M. Cool. This is definitely a next step. I wish you could just self-destruct and bring your data back with you, like you do for the guidance sites, but... yeah, that's a really cool thing to do, Jake. Difference in power between like a fully engineered, experienced pilot and somebody who's learning is so big. It's kind of tricky. What do we got here? It's like just a giant somewhere. What is this? Some kind of gray giant? Interesting. But also not. It's a big freaking giant, by the way. That is a big planet. That's an F and a K. Yeah, for example, having a second one in Colonia is handy for that reason. So far in this little expo trip, we've been kind of unlucky, I want to say, in terms of like what we come across. Not much of interest. 1 stratum, 1 terraformable, 1 water world, and that's it. And these are just like empty stars. At least there's lots of like F stars around here to check out. Close the window. I have a very little home office, which if I just leave the windows closed with my PC on with Elite running, it gets really hot. But if I open the window too much, since it's winter time, it gets way too cold. So I kind of always trying to figure out how much of a crack of a window I need to leave open to not either freeze or completely... Oh, this is an interesting one. Note the star is not on the scanner, but a planet is. So I'm trying to figure out what is the deal. Like, how did I just jump straight into It was discovered by someone, but the star was not. This makes no sense. How did this happen? Mysteries of Elite. Let's see what these are, by the way.
Body A6. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
Let's see what we got here. These are not worth that much, but one might have stratum. A6 might have stratum, so let's go check A6. I think we missed scanning one planet, but like we'll do it when we get in range. Well, we might do it now since we're on the way anyway. Check 2 planets. Atlas is complete. Yeah, nothing worth all that much from my cartographic data, but controller not showing. Oh, I know why. There we go. Surface scanner. See if we can roll stratum or if we don't.
Body
Bacteria,
A6.
no stratum.
May host a new
so
personal
annoying.
codex entry.
Alright, let's go to the next one around here. Still worth something from a cartographic data standpoint, just not nearly as much as finding stratum would be. I think stratum is 96 million. Like a non-terraformable HMC scan at 200,000. Big difference. This one has a lot of planets. Wonder what they are. Those are all metal balls. Yeah.
Body 5. Carbon dioxide atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry and has high biological value.
Some might have stratum.
Meets mapping criteria.
And is terraformable.
Landable and terraformable.
Landable and terraformable. Okay, this is
high value
this is
body.
Good. We found something finally decent.
Body 6. Meets mapping criteria.
High value body. High value body.
High value body.
High value body. Good.
Body 7. Meets mapping criteria.
Body 5.
High value
first.
body.
Let's go to body 5. These, by the way, first scans. Yes, they are. That's good. Let's get also the final scans here.
System discovery complete. First body to map is 5.
First body map is 5, and that is where we're going. There's 3 terraformable worth 2 million each, which is nice. This one has stratum on this planet. It would definitely be a nice system. Otherwise, yeah, it's okay, I guess. those probes. Then if this thing has stratum, we land. Otherwise, we keep going. 576.
Mapping complete.
Stratum!
Next body to map is
Yay,
7.
we do land then.
Body 5. May host a new personal codex entry and has high biological value.
Stratum, yes. Actually get the bacterium too, so it stops telling me like that. May host a personal, like, new personal codex entry, blah blah blah. Alright, fine. I never go and get it because, like, who cares about bacteria, but like, if I'm already here, I might as well grab it. Am I slow enough? I am slow enough for a glide. Alright, cool. Down we go. Mountainous here. Identify. There we go. That's the stratum we're looking for. The bacterium as well.
Stratum tectonicus confirmed present. Base value 19.01 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample collected. Minimum distance reached.
Yeah.
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
These are stratum tectonicas. These are probably the highest worth biological specimen in the galaxy. They're worth 96 million each on first
Second
football
partial
planets.
sample collected.
Oh, this is a first football planet. I don't remember seeing if it showed first football, but did it show first football or no? Yes, first football by me. So this is like where you get like guaranteed first turn-in rights because nobody else was ever here. So you're guaranteed to
Minimum
have a
distance
first,
reached.
like bonus.
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous
This
sample.
is stratum, but I want to see if there's one next to like a bacteria that I can also scan. It's a bacteria. It's bacteria. It's like it should be close enough to both. Yeah, sort of. The bacterium.
Sample collection complete.
There it is. I see it. I knew it was around here somewhere. See which one it is. If I have it already, I'm not gonna bother with the scans, but if I don't, I will get it.
Bacterium Orageus confirmed present.
Orageus.
Base value 1 million. Minimum sample distance 500
I
meters.
think I have that one already.
First
Yeah, I have
partial
that one
sample
already.
collected.
So we got the Bacterium Orageus as well. I mean, I don't know. Might as well since we got one. It's hard to
Minimum
tell, like,
distance
from range.
reached.
The color is the
You've
same
traveled
color
over
as the
500
stratum,
meters
but,
from
like,
previous
I like
sample.
the stratum there flat, like this one's bacteria here. They have a sort of slightly different shape, which is like, I can tell them apart, but not tricky.
Second partial sample collected.
Sample. I already see where I'm going, by the way. Right over here. This should be far enough.
Minimum distance
Yep.
reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
This is it. Okay, we got it. I'm gonna wait until it's burning. And now
Sample
we can
collection
head in.
complete.
Let's go get the other planets that are worth 2 million each. Push back to the elevator. So the next planet is 7. Let's go to 7. And good for SEO, by the way. Yeah, you're nice, Manic Moon. My earlier landings were not as smooth as people can attest who were following earlier in the stream. Right. Too fast. Not too bad, but not perfect either. Whoa. And these are just 2 planets to scan. And then I think we have another F system to scan, and then we're gonna make our way back to the enclave. All right, server scan. This is doing its thing because we don't really care where the thing is. Number 6 is the next, which would be here. We can already start going there.
Mapping complete. Next body to map is 6.
Yep, I'm on it. Thank you, Roscoe. Yeah, I can land decently well. I'll show you how I land an FA off inside a station when we get back to the Yungru space, by the way. Alright, slow down. This planet. While this completes, let's set a course for the next F system that was around here. Where is it here?
Mapping
Again,
complete.
Let's bounce.
No more bodies to map.
And let's bounce. Gonna be the last system with planets that we scan before we make our way back to the bubble. The good thing is, if I survive the trip back, because again I'm in open, and so I might get interdicted on the way. We'll see if I make it in one piece. But if I do survive this, and I manage to turn in my exobiology data, that should give me access to the next tier, which is the red-colored suit. And I wanted to see how the red-colored suit looked. So that'll be an interesting thing to test if we make it again, which is not a given.
Body A2. Carbon dioxide atmospheric landable with
That
life.
checks a lot of boxes.
May host a new personal codex entry.
Right, body A2.
Meets mapping criteria.
Body A2 is
landable and terraformable. High value body.
High value body, yeah, it's
System
amazing.
discovery
It's the best body
complete.
ever, I get it. I get it.
First body to map is A2.
I'm on it. I'm on it, boss. It's Elite Observatory. It's the app that I have open that you see in the box. It has also voice information that speaks to you while you're scanning or exploring, essentially. I'm glad you find it helpful, Horizon BHZ. You're welcome. Like, really appreciate your kind words. Thank you. Yes, it's Elite Observatory, and the two plugins I'm using are Evaluator and Bio Insights. I mean, you can see it on screen, but yeah, that's Evaluator. And the other one that says basically all the stuff about the planets is Bio Insights. If this has something actually valuable. We got what we got.
Mapping complete.
Bacterium. Nope.
No more bodies to map.
Alright, let's do one more. One more F. You promised me so many riches. Dreams of riches dashed. Alright, let's keep exploring our F. This has 2 F stars of all places. Okay. Can't turn down a system with 2 F stars, right? Yeah, it's Elite Observatory. That's Evaluator, and Bio Insights look like this. And this shows that you only have bacterium here. But before we scanned the planet, it said it would have said bacterium and stratum because it could have had either, depending on the characteristics of the planet itself. Right? And as you get more information, it kind of narrows it down for you. Alright, see what we got here. We got a water world, which is nice. So we go check
Body
that one
A3. Meets mapping criteria.
out. I bet it
High
meets
value
mapping.
body.
High value body. Let's see if there's any other.
Body B3.
Good for that.
Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable. Body B7. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable.
I got it. Let's see what else there is. As I scan things, it basically populates more information on Evaluator, and it does the same on Bio Insights. Could also have separate windows open to show you both at the same time, but I think there's enough clutter on the screen already without adding more to it right now.
Body A2. Meets mapping criteria.
Okay, I guess one
High
more
value
viable
body. Body A1. Sulfur
Alright,
dioxide
we did it all.
atmospheric
So
landable with
A2,
life.
Wow, there's a water
May
world
host a
which
new
is
personal codex
terraformable. Now
entry.
that one is going to be worth a
System
lot.
discovery complete.
So let's start with A2,
First
which
body
is
to map is A2.
A2 first. And here, as you can see, it populated. Right. Binary systems unlikely to contain any planets because of tidal forces. Not in Elite Dangerous. Not in Elite Dangerous. As you can see from what we found here. Anyway, let's see what the Bio Insights plugin says. Ooh, one might have A1 might have Stratum. So we'll go check that one out after we do our scans here. Actually, I should go to A1 first because it's right here. Let's see if this one has Stratum while we are next to it. This one has one bio, and it's either bacterium or stratum. So as always, it's like 50-50 chance of being valuable from a exobiology standpoint. Oh yeah. Hey Supreme Commander, welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody who recently connected, by the way. We are doing some cartographic data and exobiology data collection for the war effort. I don't know how turning in cartographic data helps the war effort, but it does apparently, so let's see what this says in terms of like stuff that it has. Bacterium or stratum, bacterium or stratum.
Mapping complete.
Bacterium. So
Next body to map is A2.
not
Body
important.
A1.
A2.
May host a new personal codex entry.
Yeah, but we don't care. A2 is where we're going next. And these were just mapping because there's nothing on the surface. This is a terraformable planet. Switch back to evaluator since we're looking at just exploration data right now. Looks pretty gray to be terraformable, I guess. Maybe it has the other characteristics that it should have, like a magnetic field. We are done here. What's next? Number 3. Oh, that's 1. Number 3 here. Let's skedaddle.
Mapping complete. Next body to map is A3.
On my way. Is there anything happening in AD over Christmas days? Not that I know of, Supreme Commander. Not that I know of. It's pretty quiet at this point in the game. Pretty quiet. Might do a figure 8 orbit. Yeah, that would be an interesting planetary orbit. I don't think it would be stable for a very long period of time, though. Right. What is that? Oh, that's a water world. That's a terraformable water world. I was like, that looks very blue to be a high metal content world. In fact, it's not a high. It is a very blue water world, even by water world standards. Alright, let's set a course to be back to the enclave. See if I go into the right place. Here.
Mapping complete.
Mapping complete.
No more bodies to map.
No more bodies to map. And we're back. I think 7 jumps or 8 jumps, something like that. 20 jumps? Did we go that far? Really? We go 20 jumps out? Oh man, we got pretty far. No wonder though it's like so much alpha grabs out here. But it's good. Like we can scan a few things on the way here and see if there's anything interesting. So, like while we head back. Looks like a pretty busy system. Actually stop to refuel while we... Ooh, water worlds. See, when you're not looking for them.
Body 4.
Here's 2 of them.
Meets mapping criteria.
Yeah, no shit.
High value body.
Pardon my French. But like,
Body 3. Meets mapping criteria.
Meets mapping criteria.
High value body.
High value. All right. Well, I guess we have to go scan those now.
Body 4A. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
Wow. The moment we stop looking for things, we find a lot of things.
Body 2. Meets mapping criteria. High value body.
Wow. There's
Body
like
1.
a ton of stuff to map here.
Meets
like
mapping
everything's
criteria.
terraformable, everything's like...
High value body.
Wow. Alright.
System discovery complete. First body to map is 3.
in the silly toaster. Yeah, it's a pity that Archer got booted so quickly, huh? It is a pity. I know it's pretty fast on controller, mouse and keyboard, right? It's pretty fast. One. Let's go to number 2.
Mapping complete. Next body to map is 2.
Oh, too fast. Yeah, I don't know, like, you could still, I guess, participate in undermining the Imperials, which I would highly encourage and recommend. But yeah, it wouldn't be as high merits if Archer had remained in the system, especially with a fort. Going down. This is number 2. Number 3 is the next. The water world.
Mapping complete. Next body to map is 3.
Yeah, we're getting there. Trying to get there. We got 3. Let's see, was there anything planetary? Or was another water world? There's a planet 4A might have stratum. Well, we're going to 4, and then we're going to check out 4A
Mapping
while we're at
complete.
it. All right, cool.
Next body to map is 4.
4, yes. And there's a body around it that might have stratum tectonic. If it's first footfall, I'm gonna care. If not, yep, it would be first footfall. All right, cool. Then we're gonna check out both. This is not terraformable water world, so it's worth a lot less, but still worth a lot by cartographic standards. Try and get myself in the middle so I can go to 4A afterwards. Pretty quickly. getting in range now. Oh, come on. Not too fast. Yeah, I'm in range. Big water world. Alright, let's target the other one. Am I in range? Nope, out of range. Turn around and... Now I'm in range. Let's see if this guy has stratum finally.
Mapping complete. No more bodies to map.
Not quite true, but close. Let's see what I got.
Body 4.
There you go, and stratum.
May host a
Alright,
new
we got
personal
stratum,
codex
and this
entry.
is the first full planet, so this is going to be another 96 million to turn in. Good, good. See, when we stop looking for things, we find things. Then we probably need to start making a bit more of a beeline to get on the way back, because it's going to take a while to make those 19 jumps remaining. Gonna bump into a double Earth-like world on the next one, I promise you, when I don't have time to go after it. Right, here we are, 3 kilometers up. Landing gear. Some stratum. That's a bacterium. It's all bacterium. I think that's all the bacterium, yeah. Stratum is like somewhat raised above ground because its bacterium is flat. See stratum. Is that it? I think. Is this it? This color? Stratum? Might be this one. Yeah. There we go. Man, it does blend in like remarkably so if this is the one. Yeah, that's the one. There you go. Camouflaged stratum. Super ball. Stratum, what? Stratum something.
Stratum executed is confirmed present. Base value 2.45 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample collected.
Whatever. We're grabbing it. Just grab it. At least we now know what it looks like.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
This is the CG reward Artemis suit, by the way.
Second partial sample collected. Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
And that's a third. Good.
Sample collection complete.
Skedaddle. Set course for our next destination, which obviously happens to be behind us, so we can't jump directly there. Sad. Fine. But the Waterworld above us. Jumps. Now that we stopped looking for anything, watch a double Earth flag world appear. Oh, this is the first discovery system. You see the stars gonna pop up just now. See what I meant earlier? That's how you can tell this is like nobody's else ever been here. Nice. I think these are worth anything though. These are big balls of gas. That'd be nice. Oh, overheating. Pretty empty system. Throw it outside. Fill up on fuel a little bit while we're at it. And, oh no! Now we're gonna have to await the emergency countdown. That's annoying. Oh well. 17 jumps to go. Collect bounties and acquisition systems. Oh, I remember acquisitions. Data. Hack holographic adverts and reinforcement systems. False starts. Yeah, I agree. Observatory is the one that's on screen right now. You never know, but again, we're playing in open right now, and while you're out here in the black, it's generally safe. Somebody really would have to come up to you, but it's even if they did intentionally come up to you, it'd be pretty tricky to actually find you and chase you out here. But once you get back closer to civilization, we will start to have paying a bit more attention than we are right now. Ooh, there's something interesting out here. This is a system that is also a first discovery. So if they are interesting things, that'll be doubly so because
Body 1C. Carbon dioxide atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
I care about codex entries. I do care about viable codex entries though. This is a gas giant of some kind.
Body 2. Non-locked body with fast rotation.
It's behind the star, it's annoying. as SEO for these kind of issues. Well, this has a lot of things around it. And I do mean a lot.
Body 3 CA. Nested moon.
Nested moon. Looks pretty, I'm sure. I think that's it. There's nothing interesting. Alright, on to the next. The thing is, if somebody does interdict you, this thing is made of paper, so it's really tricky to kind of get away. If a Python Mark II grabs you in Super Cruise or alike, you're almost practically dead, and all your data is gone. But that's part of the game. That's what makes the game dangerous. Be dangerous. Stars and nothing else. Can you just boost away? The manual is plenty fast. Well, this is a D-rated ship. It's not an A-rated ship. This is a jump ship. It's not a sort of like if somebody's in a Corsair that boosts to 600, for example, they would grab you and kill you. Right? So no, running away would not be an option. If somebody's in a slower ship, maybe, but again, yeah, reality is if you are going to face PvP opposition, it's very, very, very risky in the ship because it's so fragile. I mean, if you're facing PvPers, they're gonna be like in one of 3 ships, typically, like Python Mark II with pacifiers, Corsair, also with pacifiers and maybe some rails, and the classic FTL, usually with some combination of PAs and rails. Yeah, the Cobra would be able to do well in that regard, I agree. But let's see, maybe we'll meet hostiles, maybe we won't. What we got here? These look like all ice balls, so let's keep going. 13 jumps. Yeah, but the Cobra isn't used as a ganker ship all that often. It doesn't have big guns. It is used in PvP more than for ganking, actually. Because as a PvP ship, it has a very small profile and it makes for an interesting choice, at least. It handles very well. But for ganking, you want stuff that kind of kills faster, usually, than the Cobra. These are HMCs, which don't have a first foot below. Map, like first map. Some of these might be terraformable, so let's see.
Body 2. Meets mapping criteria. High value body.
Might go check that out.
Body 5. High value body.
Again, we find them all when we're not looking for them.
Body 3. High value body.
Oh.
System discovery complete.
Let's see what we got.
First body to map is 2.
Body 2 is the only one that's like more than 1 million though. Right, the other ones are close to that. Alright, let's go get it. I shouldn't really be doing this from main credits, but I guess it helps to war effort, so why not? Music is a little bit loud compared to my voice. Thanks for feedback. We can adjust that. How about that? That should be better. Hopefully. Should be also auto docking, so like when I speak, the music should kind of lower its volume. Cool. Thank you for the feedback. As we say where I work, feedback is a gift. This one can scan. We want to get the next one, maybe free.
Mapping complete. No more bodies to map.
Yeah, well, this one's worth it. It's like terraform worth almost $1 million. Another water world, but that water world is only worth $500,000 somehow. So unless I'm the first, then maybe I will scan it. I think, but I'm not. So I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. This one's worth more, actually. And I don't know if this one's been scanned, actually. Yeah, it has been. But whatever. Alright. Pretty world. I like it. Set a course for our next destination and actually start the jump while this thing scans. Wait until it completes and then speed up. Good to go. Should be halfway back or so. Something you think should be added to the game. I mean, I use them because I think they're awesome. Should they be added to the game? I mean, does it matter if they're separate standalone tools or they should be in game? I don't know. I think it's great that they exist, whether they are officially added into the game or not. I don't think it makes a huge difference, like, personally. Like, a bunch of gas giants here, like a bunch of like weird things that I think are not particularly useful to anything. Icy bodies, am I wasting my time
Body
scanning?
6A. Close ring proximity.
Close ring proximity. Yeah, I think this is all kind of useful stuff.
Body 7BA. Nested moon.
Yeah, this is all garbage. I don't know why I'm scanning this, I guess for completionist's sake. That was basically done. Good. Good, Planet Shifter. Now go and spend another 3. And then when you're done, 3 more. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, you know, I don't know if there's actually any observatories available also on a source code basis, and whether you can compile it on Linux or other platforms. Like, many of these are. Many of these are multi-platform. Not all of them though. Let's see what we got. Wow, it's a lot of stuff, and none of it interesting. We'll just keep going. So we kind of need to get back to like them jump stuff. Yeah, I mean, most things that have like, you know, source code, like, will generally compile like on a given platform. Don't take my word for it. I haven't tried it, so. See what we got here. This is also not particularly interesting stuff. Keep going. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Yeah, no, I agree. The tracking system works pretty well. Okay, 8 jumps. Maybe we can change back into the light suit. Landable and doesn't have first footfall. Maybe we'll check it out while we refuel.
Body 2. High value body.
Body.
Body 1. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry and has high biological value.
It has stratum tectonica and does not have first footfall. So planet 1, we're gonna go check it out. If it has stratum, we're gonna go get it. Whoa. No, it's a loop of shame. Thankfully the man did some very quick loops of shame. And loops in general. Dice. Let's see.
Body
And
1.
Stratum.
May host a new personal codex entry and has high biological value.
Biological value, yep, indeed. Also, this is a first football planet, so also pretty close to being Clav. Like 8 jumps away, 7 jumps away. Nice. Push the bio insights. It says. It's definitely Stratum Tectonicus. Speed is good. Alright, drop me blood. Imperium might also be worth grabbing. It's like personal, blah blah blah. Maybe we can each this time stick with a Stratum. Alright, there we are. Ouch. That was not the kind of landing I had in mind. Also, I wasn't paying attention, so. Obviously, I changed into a flight suit the moment I found more Stratum. This is from the earlier ones, though. Alright, cool.
Stratum Tectonicus confirmed present. Base value 19.01 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample collected. Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Okay. I guess that one looks good to me. Some gravity here. There's like half a G.
Second partial sample collected.
Who? Some on the horizon there. That might be far enough. It's not.
Minimum distance reached.
But here we go.
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
This is the last one. Burn. Let it burn, let it
Sample
burn.
collection complete.
In we go. Yeah, some kind of cheese. Alien cheese. I'm wondering if there's bacterium around here. I might grab it if there is. But no, if I have to go looking for it, then I won't. Is that it? No, that's still Stratum. There it is. It's kind of very gray. Might as well. Almost invisible.
Bacterium Tila confirmed present. Base value 1.95 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters.
2 million, still not complete.
First partial sample collected.
Maybe we can see some more. I can keep your eyes peeled. It's like really gray. Look at this. Too close. This is not close enough. This is too close.
Minimum distance
Ooh,
reached.
This is good though.
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Come on. Are you kidding me? There we go.
Second partial sample collected.
And 2 in the bag.
Minimum distance reached.
It's like really hard to
You've
see
traveled
those
over
back here.
500 meters
There you go, I see it
from
here.
previous sample.
Man, it's really gonna mimetize. Heckin' pirate beard. What does that mean? Got it. Let it burn, let it burn.
Sample collection complete.
And we are done here. Planets behind me. Alright, 7 jumps to go. Thanks for a follow, Dewey. Still obscured. Come on. There you are. Switch back to evaluator. Describe how you look if you're gonna be a space merc. Mary, you good sir. Oh yeah, like I need the pirate beard. Yeah. Well, it's a bit of a come and go kind of look. Maybe over holidays. Just like nothing interesting there. 6 jumps to go. And then we'll see if I survive the delivery of all this data. If we just spent the last 2 hours for nothing. Looks like an ice ball. But what's the CG for Christmas? Any idea? I don't know. I guess it's something to do with plants still. Like, or the war. Like, the war rages on. Like, should declare a truce for Christmas Day or something. Or maybe a Mason Lady, yeah, maybe. Maybe. The plants here. What we got? These are all ice balls though. Yeah, these are all ice balls. Keep going. 4 jumps. Lots of plants here too. What we got? These are some HMCs which have not been mapped yet even. This is worth scanning for sure.
Body A4. Neon atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry. Body A5. Neon atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry. Body A10. Neon atmospheric landable. Body A8. Neon atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry. Body A9. Neon atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
Almost there. See what we got here. 2 jumps. We should be in close to inhabited space, if not in inhabited space right now. Let's see if there's anything interesting here while we're at it. We'll see that's in the way.
Body B4. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry. Body B10A. Nitrogen atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
It's done.
Body A3. Neon atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry. Body A4.
That's 4 for quite a bit.
Neon atmospheric landable with life.
E10A.
May host a new personal codex entry.
It's probably hidden out back there. B10A. B10A. 10A. This has no first footfall. This might be worth a time, but we're kind of running a little late on time, so maybe we skip it, right? For this time, but otherwise it would have been worth it. Is this road to riches? No, Mr. Beatbox. I'm just gathering some first footfall type of exobiology and some cartographic data for the war. First the G1's imp are running their tails. Nice. Keep going, Jake. Keep hitting them. I hope you're hitting Petreos. Petreos is a power we're trying to knock out. So if you can, go and hit Petreos. This is alright. We're now in inhabited system. So now we can close Elite
Wide
Observatory, since we're not gonna need it, and we're gonna need to pay attention. So let's pay attention. This is system being colonized. That's where we're going, but we're gonna change our destination and go there instead. Now we need to pay attention. This is dangerous in such a wimpy ship. Now, if I was a wise person, I'd go back to my carrier and swap out into a less wimpy ship, but I'm not a wise person, so I guess I'm not doing that. We'll see also if there's opposition in the system or not, and how it looks. We're in open play for the record. Jake, I'll tell you in a moment, assuming that there's no hostiles here. Alright. Keep your prize. This is Serious Corporation. Alright, cool. Let's go. The place you want to be is this one here. C5. Yes, you're in the right one. C51. And it's kind of like pretty balanced though. They've actually succeeded at reinforcing, barely. See if we can hard slow down or use Super Cruise Assist hyper brakes. Yep, it worked. And I'll show you my docking and flight assist off, since I have promised I would show you that. So let's do it. Oh, I have auto dock enabled though. I need to turn that off, otherwise it's gonna drive me crazy. There we go. Alright. Auto dock disabled. Now I have control and FA off. I have a docking pad. You can see my controls in the top right of the screen. I actually like docking and FA off quite a bit. It's fun. And the handles great, by the way. FA off, dock. Nice. Yeah, no, like the imps have the power to beat, and so everybody else can use a boost. Alright, so what are we doing here? We are power contacting the care package, because might as well. Cool. Then we are turning in cartographics, which is possibly a good amount of data, since we've been doing this for a while now. 63 million? How many credits is that? Merits is that? Like 660 merits is like nothing. Oh no, it's more. Like, it's like, what's the total? 62, it's hard to tell. Like, can anybody tell me how many merits I got? This is the first to discover these two. Cool, I got 61,000 credit bonus. Amazing. Let's sell this page too. And merits. Now I need to go and turn in the Vistagenomics, I guess. I gotta do that on foot, I think. Oh, look at the Corsair ad. Good chunk of change. Not really 66 because these are all first footfall, so this is like 330 million. And I got promoted, yay! I mean, the good thing about getting promoted is like you get the red suit at this level, so I actually want to see how it looks like. Cosmetics. Actually quite nice, but you don't get the torso or anything. Like you only get the torso and whatnot at subsequent levels, and the helmet is the last thing you get. You get an ugly sweater though for doing the Christmas thing, so maybe I'll do this. Say they did a good job with that sweater. It's actually really quite nice. Maybe I also have a better helmet for this thing now. Oh man. Nah. don't even know where I got this turf helmet purple. Maybe from one of the sort of big giveaways thingies. What's this?
If you see someone suspicious, please report it to the nearest multiple officer.
Very nice. Look, where's red? Perfect. Look at this outfit. Totally perfect. Artemis suit outfit. Compared to the serious ones. It's like, I mean business. This is like, I'm going for a stroll. Right. See? That's pretty nice. Huh. I like it. Casual outfit. Yeah, I need that. I don't know about the black holes, but all right. So I have no idea how many merits I got as part of this process. Like it kind of scrolled so fast that it was tricky. I should have like keeping track. Right. I got 2 power care packages. What does that even mean? I don't know. I got 2 levels or something. Yeah, thank you. Turn these into while we're here. I have most of this stuff, I guess. Chemical manipulator. Almost all. We're gonna head back to our carrier. Just nearby. Now, if we get exploded, it doesn't matter anymore. Especially since, like, in power play, you get a full rebuy refund. Let's see. Again. I want to look up how many levels I earned. Like 125. Wow. How did I get to 125? Like, is there like a track record or no? No idea. But yeah, I went to 125 pretty quickly during the war, I guess. Petros is actually the smallest. It's like smaller even than Zamina Tovarl as number of system control. I didn't know that. But Islingen at least are the 2 largest. Hang on. Hey Aaron. The stream, chill stream. Also the stream Epic Hero Music. I don't know, I think this is like this is Epic Hero Music? I think this is like probably more epic of the there's a spelling mistake with that. Good. What did I chill stream fighting in the Radicoida War while chatting? I don't know. Looks good. Second these those off. Alright, let's bounce. Hey Rocktopper, thanks for a follow. If I'm mistaken, the title. Really? Never noticed. The whole thing is automated, so if it's a spelling, it's a spelling mistake that's actually on Spotify. Super highway is misspelled. Let's spell the way you spell it. Superhighway. Are you saying it should be super high as in H-I-G-H highway? Yeah, I guess. I guess we contracted the form of superhighway. Hey Aaron, good. How are you doing? Like we turned in some merits for the concorded powers and spent a couple hours exobiologying and exploring out in the black. And we just got back to our carrier, which kind of really wraps our stream. I need to go take a shower and get ready for evening. After I got this nice ugly sweater, as you can see here. Can I get into free cam here? Zoom blur turtle, zoom arrow. There we go. This wonderful ugly sweater. So thank you all for following the stream, folks. Glory to mankind, or the concorded, or both, whatever you believe in, and have a great evening. Come on and make it out.